Hello, my name is Shane, and I have been working with James Collins over the last few months to create an Android application called Animation Doodle. This is a project that has been assigned to us by DCU. It's our third year project in the Computer Applications degree, 2018. So I'll be bringing you through the first half of our application involving the drawing and animating functionality, and James will be taking you through the second half involving the database design and profile allocations. Animation Doodle is effectively a drawing and animating application developed for Android devices. To basically summarize this, users are able to draw on a canvas or a screen with their fingers or a stylus, and they can animate these as a group of frames to their own creative interests. So I'll show you what I mean now. I'm just going to jump into the actual app here. So once I open it, it will show a splash screen like that, and we do that using a GitHub library, a GitHub Splash library. And here is our main background theme. As you can see, it's a very colorful background, very bright colors. We're kind of going for this kind of cartoonish vibe since our kind of target audience are generally a younger generation, because basically there's a lot better animation tools out there. Ours is very basic, but we have a very good UI, a very simple UI to hop into. So we feel it's a very good fit for kids that want to explore their creative interests with animation. So here's just the home screen. There's two buttons available: Start Drawing and Settings. Settings is just for obviously changing around a few things that exist in the application already. Start Drawing will bring you to the animating screen. And down here at the bottom, we have a material design bottom nav bar. So right now we're on home, indicated by the highlighting of the blue text. And there's also the profile screen we can go to, and also the public animations screen. However, for my part of the walkthrough, I will be talking about the home screen here, as well as the settings and the start drawing screen. James will be taking you through the profile screen and the public animation screen later in the walkthrough. So the settings screen, let's just jump into it. There's only one setting available. We can add more. We've made this very flexible. At the moment, we just have one setting that says onion skins, are they visible? And this is automatically set to true, so you can see the previous frame when you're drawing an animation. So I'm just going to jump into the main core animating screen here, just to give you a real feel of what we've been doing for the last few months. So this is the animating screen. When you join, you're firstly prompted with a prompt dialog box to enter your animation title. So I'm just going to call this animation title Run. There we go. And accept. Okay, and now we're here. Animation Doodle wants to access your blah blah blah. So that's mainly for when you're downloading animations here, or you want to save a particular frame as a background. You must have permissions to do that first. So that's why we require the permissions of the user. So anyway, this is the main screen. You're able to draw here on the canvas. Obviously, I'm using a computer, so my drawings will not be the best. Forgive me. But this is our first frame. It's like a weird S. You can add another frame by clicking this button here, and as you can see the previous frame through the onion shell system we have in place. So now, since you can see that, you can kind of move a little bit to the right, add another frame, and you can see the previous one again. Move it a little bit to the right again, or whatever, and you can just keep going. So this is effectively how an animation works, but since I'm using the computer, I can't really do anything fantastic. So anyway, we have this selection of frames here, and as you can see at the bottom, they update accordingly. So there we go. So if I click the play button here, we'll be brought to a new screen where you can see the animation actually play out, and it's played back in a loop, so you can keep seeing it play over and over again. There's a top bar and a bottom bar here. If you tap the screen, they go away. So it's a very nice design. At the top here, it says the title of your animation. At the bottom, you can pause on any particular frame, like that. You can also drag this back and forth to whichever frame you desire to see. And here, this button, we actually have it as a little fun feature. You can change the background of the animation here. So this is crumpled paper. This is ancient scroll. This is fun, and this is school paper. So then you can play it on that background instead. So that's all pretty cool. So just looking quickly back at the tool menu we have here. This is our brush size. So you can go very small as 1, and obviously that's a very thin outline, or you can be very large and go 50, which is very thick. So just different styles of drawing. Here is the color picker menu. We use the Ambil Warna library, I believe, on GitHub to achieve this. So yeah, we can pick purple and we get a purple. So it all works very nicely. You can also undo, so you can undo all the actions you did there previously. You can also change the frame rate. So I think it's defaulted at 2 frames per second, but we can move that to 9 frames per second. I think the maximum you can actually go to, the maximum you can go to is 30. Anyway, so let's go to 9 frames, and we'll see how this looks in the animation screen. So you can see how the app actually functions. It's pretty cool once you actually figure it out. Okay, so that's those 2 things. You can also save an image as a background. So it'll prompt you with to enter a file name. You can enter a background, call it S, because that's what it is. It's the letter S. Background saved, and then that's saved in Animation Doodle / backgrounds. It is also saved in your gallery, so you can find it almost instantly. You can also download your animation, like so. It's downloaded. That is also downloaded into Animation Doodle / animations, but it can also be found in your gallery as well. You can also clear a drawing. So if I have multiple drawings here, you can clear the entire page, like so, and of course you can still see the onion layer of the previous frame. You can upload. Okay, so James is going to go into this into more detail, but once you're logged into your profile, you are capable of uploading an animation to our database. It can be stored in your profile. You can store up to 5 animations in your own profile, and when you upload, they are also publicly available on the public animations page. James will show you that in a few minutes. You can also, another feature we have in place is, for example, here, you can see the outline of the previous frame, but it's not actually going to be in the animation. However, you can click previous up here, and that will draw the previous frame in the exact same way. So now you have this kind of flow. So if we play the animation now, you can see it kind of looks like it's moving a bit more now. So there's some cool features available. You can also set a background. So you can set a background of your entire animation. For example, you could have a sun in the corner, on a beach or anything like that. Any nice scenario where you want to animate, and you just import an image and it will work perfectly. However, since I'm using the emulator on the computer, we don't really have any images. So, and you can also restart your animation. You get a little prompt dialog box here, and this uses a GIF GitHub library to achieve this. It's a very nice looking dialog box, and you can just click accept, and it will prompt you for a new name. So we'll call this run 2. There we go. And you have a new animation. There we go. So it should just be that. Exactly. So there we go. So that's our app. James is going to take you through more of the actual database side of things. So thank you very much for listening, and I'll pass you over to James.
Okay, so hi everyone. My name is James, and I'm just going to take you through our login system, the profile screen, and also the public animations page. So we're just going to briefly go through the registration process. So at the bottom of the screen here, you can see we've got a link to how to register. So you just click that and you'll be brought to our registration screen. So I'm just going to register a dummy account. And then we should be brought to an empty profile screen. So you can see here, this is just a default profile page, and if you want to change the profile picture, you just select the image and you will be brought to your images folder. So we're just going to select a random image here, and as you can see, that's been uploaded to our database, which will be linked to this profile page. And so every time now you come back, your personal details will be saved. So we've also got just 2 text boxes here. So we've got a brief about section. You can fill in details, your name, personal details, and then you can submit that to the database. And we've also got a animation ideas, so it's sort of like a notepad for the app, so you can just fill in any ideas you have for future animations. And then down the bottom here is blank at the minute, but this is where your videos will be stored. So every time you upload a video, it will be linked to your profile. So we're just going to log out now, and I'm going to sign in with my account so that you can see what it looks like when I've uploaded some details. So I'm just signing in here. And so this will then take me to my profile page. So you can see here are the 2 videos that I've uploaded. We've got the animation ideas, and so you can then play your own video. So I'm just going to click this here, and then the animation will then play. So it's pretty handy, just rather than having to save the videos on your phone, you can just upload it to your profile. So I'm now going to briefly go back to the home page, and we're then going to be I'm then going to go through the public animations page. So as you can see, this is where every user's video, when they upload it, it will be stored in our database, and then this page will load it, and so you can then view other users' animations. So we're just going to click one and just have a look at it. So so you can view any animations, and then you can also give them a rating. So if you think that the video is any good, you can go and give it a rating. So I'm just going to do that. So I thought that was pretty good, so give it 5 stars. Just hit the submit button, and you see down the bottom of the screen your rating. So so it's a pretty neat feature. So one thing that we probably would have done if we had more time was place a menu bar up on the top screen, and you would then be able to get maybe the top rated animations or newly added animations. So that's something that we'll probably look to implement in the future. So I think that's pretty much all the main features of our app. So I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough, and we're just going to show you some brief animations at the end. So thanks for watching.